subscribe? Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
I'm not black. Let me say that again. I am not black, okay? Hear me out. Growing up, my mom absolutely hated when we refer to ourselves as black. She's like, you're not black, you're Nigerian, you're African. I feel like the term someone is black obviously comes from the slave era, but it also just describes displaced people that don't know their heritage. So I feel like people that do know their heritage, to try and curb racism in some way, people are going to be racist. Ignorance is ignorance. You can't. But just to curb racism in a small way, stop referring to yourself as black. You know, if you know where you're from, you're raised in a certain household. You know, Somalians are Somalians, Ethiopians are Ethiopians, Nigerians are Nigerians. Like, if you know where you're from, why refer to yourself as a color? I feel like when we say black, it just sounds so harsh and like, this is black. I'm brown. You know, I'm Nigerian at the end of the day. Like, that's who I am. That's where I come from. So I understand when you say black British or black American, because you don't know where you're from. You're just a person of color in the city that you're in. Obviously, you still be treated the way you're treated, but just like, I feel like it just, when I hear someone refer to me as black, it just sounds so harsh, especially coming from a certain demographic. I think if you have the privilege of knowing where you're from, you shouldn't refer to yourself as a color, because it further, pushes the racism narrative and further.
Here we go. All right, let's get it in. Let's get it cracking. What's going on with you guys, man? We in here. Y'all pop on in. Y'all know how we get down. Y'all know how we get down. What's going on with y'all, man? Y'all good? Y'all thought I wasn't gonna come on, huh? I bet y'all thought I wasn't gonna go live, but damn it, here I am. Live in the flesh. I'm in here chilling. Just out and about. I was at we went to the Pomona Fairgrounds tonight out here in LA. They have like little holiday lights and holiday rides. So we did that thing. So just family time. You're doing the whole family thing. But what's going on with y'all, man? I'm in here. We're gonna chop it up as we always do. I'm glad to have everybody in here. Let me shout out the regulars real quick and some of the haters. I see we got some tethers in here. Uh-oh. I see some hating tethers up in the mix. I see you down there, BB the tether. I see you. That's that musty Jamaican bedwench. I see some of the tethers in here. Uh-oh. The tethers come in here first. What's up? Let me shout out to some of the family though. Let's shout out to Brother Seven. Shout out to Brother Ani. Shout out to Sweets, Malcolm, Ty Powell. Shout out to Sister Wani, Jay Kai. Shout out to Stephanie, the lovely Stephanie. Shout out to Sophia. Oh, I see you. And what's up to the tethers, boy? Poor tethers. The tethers don't know what to do, though, do they? The tethers are losing their minds. This delineation thing is just really messing with people. It's really messing with people. They don't know what to do. Um, they're shooting themselves in the foot. Tethers, only thing they know what to do is start lying, and that makes people want to delineate more. So, you know, lying and scamming just makes people want to further delineate. So the tethers don't know what to damn do because we are focusing on FBA business. What's up, Professor Allen? Shout out, y'all give a shout out to Professor Allen and Wani. They hold their spots and spaces. Y'all need to check those out because they spit hot fire. Speaking of tethers, I've been seeing some videos and I'm seeing some of this stuff coming out of the UK. I've seen a couple of videos where they will interview some people, or some of these people will just get on TikTok. And I'm noticing this from a lot of the British people from West Africa who go to Britain. They have a real bug in their ass talking about us. Well, there's Black Americans. They don't know their heritage. They don't know where they're from. They don't know who they are. So that makes us somewhat different. And I see this is coming out of the UK a lot. And shout out to my UK family. I love my UK people. Nikki the God, what's up, beloved? That's my good sister Nikki. Great Black Shark, that's my good brother. What's up? Why don't we run into these people in person, man? I really, why don't we run into these people who talk that we don't know where we're from? Why don't we ever see them in person so we can just rip them an asshole, just rip them a new one right there on the spot in real time? Man, how come I don't come across these people, man? Oh, I be just wanting. Yeah, do y'all understand how I just pray that one of these people come across me with that bullshit? I pray for them to come to me with that so I can just eat them alive. FBA family, y'all better not. If y'all don't stop letting these folks say this. Now, truth be told, with all fairness, a lot of these people are not over here when they say that bullshit because many of us know how to shut it down now. But family, this narrative that we don't know who we are or where we came from, family, that's an immigrant mindset. I want y'all to understand something, foundational Black Americans. That's the mindset of an immigrant. An immigrant came from somewhere else. An immigrant had to kind of flee from somewhere. You had to leave from somewhere else for somewhere better. That's an immigrant mindset. We aren't immigrants, ladies and gentlemen. We're not immigrants. We don't have that mindset. There's a few ways to shut that argument down. Number one, we are foundational. We are the foundation of the United States. I want this, y'all drill this in your heads, family. We had an ethnogenesis. We are the foundation of the United States. There was no United States until foundational Black Americans built it. I'm going to talk slow so y'all can get it. We are not immigrants. We are not even comparable to immigrants. We built the joint from scratch. The white supremacists didn't do it, and I keep pointing this out. They did not build this country by themselves. When they tried to build colonies here on their own, they failed tremendously. All right? We've been the secret sauce all along, ladies and gentlemen. It's foundational Black Americans. Also, at the time when we were building the United States, many of those African nations, they were different nation states at the time. So the current ones didn't even exist. So when somebody from West Africa somewhere tells you they know where they're from, no, you know who colonized your ass. I don't want to be mean, but we're gonna have to tell the real. Yeah, you know who colonized you. You've been carved up, remixed, smacked up, and flipped over and over again. 500, 400 years ago, those nation states didn't even exist. You understand? So, yeah, us pointing out some ancient, non existent nation state is a nothing burger. We don't have to do that because we had an ethnogenesis here. We don't have to point out a non existent nation state that doesn't exist no more over there in Africa. We don't have to do that because they don't even know what those old nation states were. They don't know. They just know where and who colonized them. People over there have been flipped up, moved around. I'm not trying to be mean to some of my African brothers and sisters. I am not trying to be mean, but I don't want to hear this stuff about we don't know where we came from and we don't know our heritage. We're the only people who have a deep rooted, century long heritage that we can trace back on paper. We're the only group who can really do that. Most white people can't do that because most white people came over here after the 1880s. Yeah. So white people here are new booty. They can't trace their stuff back. They don't know what was going on over in Europe. They don't keep in touch with the damn European part of their family. They been distanced themselves from those folks. The minute they got over to Ellis Island, those other people in Europe became persona non grata. Them broke ass, flea bitten, head lice infected relatives they got. They don't give a damn about them. They don't keep in touch with them. So we need to really understand and appreciate our foundational Black American heritage. We have a deeply rooted heritage that we've been standing on longer than damn near any other group consistently. We can trace our stuff back. Many of us can trace back at least to the 1800s, some of us to the 1700s. Myself, I can go to the 1750s. That's just on a couple of the websites. And then some of us can go to the 1600s with it. Other groups can't do that. People over in Africa can't do that. Motherfuckers ain't got birth certificates now. No disrespect. I'm not disrespecting anybody. We have to shut down these bogus narratives coming from people. We just really have to shut those narratives down and make people put respect on the lineage, because people got this thing where they just want to point at our lineage and play this whole we don't know where we're from game. We know we do. Our ethnogenesis started here. And I'm going to reiterate again. There were three waves of Black people in the Americas. We know the ones who came over during slavery, who were brought over during slavery, the Black indigenous people, and the Black explorers that would go back and forth. There's documented proof that there were Black people exploring, going back and forth during trade. There were Moors going back and forth. I saw there was a book from 1894 where white people, and what's the name of this book? What is the name of this book? It was about Native Americans. What's the name of this book, family? Because I got old nigga memories. I can't think of the name of the book, but this was from. I'm gonna have to post. I'll post a page from the book probably tomorrow on Twitter. This book is from 1894. And they were talking about Native American tribes, and these are white people. And they said that the Yamasee tribe, because they kept talking about all these East Coast Native American tribes, Aboriginal tribes, and talking about how damn Black they were. And they were talking about the Yamasee people, and they're talking about how Black they were. And they said, these are white people who said that the Yamasee, they came over here from Africa before Columbus. They said the Yamasee came over here from Africa. These are white people saying this in the 1800s. And just so many other documented records saying how Black they were. And there's other documented records of explorers and other people talking about those East Coast Indians, those East Coast Native Americans. If you look at documents, they talk about how Black they were. See, when you look at a Native American today, they only show you the ones on the West Coast. They only show you the Plains Indians. That's who they show you. They'll show you the red ones. They only show you those. They don't. There's a reason why they don't like talking about them East Coast Indians, because when you look at the descriptions of them, when people are talking about them, just over and over, they let Black, Tawny, Moorish, Ethiopian. They're using all of these words describing how damn Black they were. So there were Black people here. There were Black ass people on this land. I'm talking about Black with afros and the whole shebang. So we've been here. This is our joint. This is our land. And us claiming the land, this is why so many people are just in an uproar. Like I said, us just using the term foundational Black American, that just threw everybody off, because one, it cannot be remixed. So now people can't tether onto it. People cannot tether onto it. That's why it's such a controversial term. And also, it's a patriotic term. You're claiming your Americanness. See, they want us, foundational Black Americans, to have a Pan-African mindset, to disown America like we're just generic Africans stuck in America. No, 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 no. We flipped it. No, no, this is our joint. This is ours. We're owning this shit. We done created way too much stuff to disown it. No, no, no. We're owning all of it. All of our creations, all of our innovations, all of our patents. This is ours. Don't you want to go to Africa? No, no, no. No. Like I said, they'll give you every African studies class that you want to take. They'll throw Africa all up in the mix. Go ahead. Kemet, go ahead. Timbuktu, yeah, go ahead. We'll give you every resource you need to talk about that, to take you away from this land. They have no problem with that. Now, the minute we start saying, hey, you know what? I like it here. This is my home right here. This is my land right here. All of a sudden, people get nervous, right? You notice that? We start talking with a little patriotism. We're patriotic to the land. Look, we started Memorial Day, just the fact of honoring soldiers, that came from us. We're honoring the soldiers in the Civil War. White people were pissed off with each other during the Civil War. They weren't honoring shit. And they didn't like Abe Lincoln. White people hated Abraham Lincoln. They couldn't stand Abraham Lincoln. That's why they bust him in his head. They couldn't stand, like, when Abraham Lincoln got clapped on, they were like, good riddance. They couldn't stand Abraham Lincoln. White people hated his ass. We were the ones who made him an icon. We propped him up. You understand? We were the ones who um, created Memorial Day. We got out there and said, hey, we're going to honor those troops who helped fight, and we got free and we got our freedom. So we are going to honor them. We're going to memorialize them. That was us doing that. You see. So we've always had a certain level of patriotism. Even the flag that we have now, that was a foundational Black American girl. Grace Wisher was the one really sewing that flag. Because see, they like to give credit to Betsy Ross for sewing the um, earlier flag. You see, and she was doing it on behalf of the state. And just like Grace Wisher, she was doing it on behalf of the state. But the thing is, she did it. That was the one putting in the labor to do it. So if you're going to give Betsy Ross credit, you're going to have to give our foundational Black American sister Grace Wisher credit too. You see. So yeah, we're not immigrants at all. We have a very unique relationship to this land, and because we're acknowledging that unique relationship, people, they get pissed off because the name of the game is always to make us comparable to these other groups so that anything we get, they get. That's been the name of the game. We're supposed to be comparable to all these other groups, and if we accomplish something, we're supposed to share it with them. And we're saying, no. We have a very unique relationship. We have a unique lineage. We're different. We're exceptional people, and our exceptionality is going to be recognized and compensated because we did a lot of things we didn't get compensated for. So we're going to need that paper. Yeah. But what about me, nigga? I'm Black too. Okay. No, Babatunde. No. You came over voluntarily. You niggas are divisive. Divide your ass up out of here. We don't want to hear gaslighting. We don't want to hear whining. Just because we don't want to share something that's owed to us with you, you're not going to come in shaming us and whining and screaming xenophobia because you can't tether onto our lineage. But look at my hairline, nigga. No, that's not, no. No, that's not the right hairline, sir. You see. So we're just getting some straightening. Oh, we got Kwame. Hop in, Kwame. Because Kwame is raising his hand. Brother Kwame, hop in, sir.
You said phobia. Like
Xenophobia. Xenophobia.
what is that? I need to know. Like that's a brand new shit to me.
Yeah, xenophobia, that means you're hating on an ethnic group, somebody's ethnic group. So it's like racism, but it's for an ethnic group. So they call it xenophobia.
What man, bro? I'm about to down y'all. What? Well, that's a thing.
Yes, sir. Google it. It starts with an X. Okay. Good Lord, brother. Okay. You're gonna have to Google, brother. Okay, he almost sounded like Chief Dusty Wolf for a minute. Okay. All right. Shout out to Kwame. Y'all raise your hand. Let's get some calls up in here. We got to talk. Some of the non-FBAs, y'all call in and let us know what's on your mind because we got to get some straightening in here. We got to get some damn straightening. So we're the non-FBA people. Y'all chime in and step up. Shout out to everybody in here. We're in here deep. We're the non-FBA people in. Because if y'all got some questions, we got answers. All right. If you got questions, we got answers. Let's get New Dawn. New Dawn arises. What's up, New Dawn? Shout out to brother Marcel down there, the brilliant brother Marcel Dixon. New Dawn, what's up, brother? All right. And let's get Love Gore, because New Dawn ain't saying nothing. New Dawn?
Hey, I'm here.
There he is. New Dawn, what's up, brother?
Yeah, hey, I'm FBA. I'm not an immigrant, so if you want to get one of them, I'll drop back down.
What's on your mind, though, anyway? What's on your mind?
Yeah, so I remember, man, being younger, I saw this guy. He was always doing well in life. In other words, that's what I'm saying. He had this job and he was taking care of his family for over 10 years. He lost it. And he asked his wife if she can, just help pick up the slack just a little bit till he get back on his feet. And so she told him, well, you've been doing it for the last 10 years. And he said, well, I lost my job just until I get back on my feet. And she said, I don't understand. And she ended up leaving him. And my point, what I'm saying is the disillusion that was within her, not understanding that he lost his job and he just need a little bit of help. It's the same thing that these guys are doing when we finally stand on our own 2 feet and we demand the respect that we deserve. They look at us like as if we did something or we said something wrong.
Yeah,
And and it's crazy,
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
hold you on.
Thank you so much. I agree with you. Yeah, there's like an entitlement there. Well, love Gore. What's up, man?
What's good, Tariq?
What's on your mind?
So I'm what you would call a non-FBA. So since you wanted somebody to come up here to talk, so I
Yes,
just had a couple questions.
go there. And where are you from, by the way?
I'm Haitian.
Hey, so there you go. So what's on your mind?
And so so I learned about this FBA thing about like 3 months ago
Okay.
when the whole Haitian thing happened. And to be honest, I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of got a little pissed off,
Why
and
so?
they because of the so with the with the Haitian eating cats thing happened, but now I'm a little bit more calm about it. I've read a lot about it, even with the There's a lot of videos on Twitter. You can just look it up and you'll find a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
But but it sounds dope. Sounds like a good thing, honestly. I don't see if any other people are getting mad at it. They're honestly stupid.
Yeah.
But with the whole FBA against immigrants thingy, it kind of seemed one sided to be honest.
Really?
Like yeah, but I don't really see a lot of like Haitians or Jamaicans or even Africans. I'm not saying there's none, but with the amount of shit I've read on Twitter about the FBA thing, I don't see a lot of immigrants just talking shit. I don't really see it. Or even saying that they deserve reparation. And that if they say that, that's a stupid thing to say, especially in America.
Man, dude, there's been a whole bunch of them. Now, here's the thing. We've shut a lot of them down, so they're not doing it as much because there's pushback now, and we're shutting it down. But let's be very clear. A lot of Black immigrants or Caribbean and African immigrants, they would be in our mix doing a lot of stuff to undermine us for a long time, brother, for a long
Hmm.
time. That's one of the reasons why we said, hey, who the hell are these people? We had to stop and ask questions and say, hey, man, where's this cat from? Where's this girl from? Why are they talking against certain things that are progressive? And then,
So can let me ask you this: Are you taking an example of this one delusional person on Twitter and
no,
extrapolate?
no, no. See, that's the thing. It ain't just one or two delusional people. It was a number of people. And for a while, we kind of ignored them. But the problem was some of these people started to be elevated into political positions. That's when it really became a problem.
Like who?
Barack Obama,
Oh my God.
Kamala Harris.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ. Wait, isn't she Indian? Why is she? She
yeah,
don't even matter.
yes. And what's she running around here doing?
Well,
Huh?
well, saying that she's black.
Right. You
Yeah,
see where I'm going? You see where I'm going with it?
but
Right.
are they really targeting Black American
Dude,
and talking trash about them?
dude, these
Or maybe they're just trying to fit in a little, which is kind
dude,
of weird.
these Barack Obama didn't do a damn thing to help us. He ran as the so-called first black president and didn't do a damn thing to help us. We sat out here getting slaughtered in the damn streets. He sat up here giving resources to the police as they slaughtered us and didn't do a damn thing. Eric Holder, another tether, who is his DOJ, they didn't punish nobody. So we start looking like, okay, why are these people who are supposed to be black in these positions and they ain't doing nothing for us? And then we start looking at their backgrounds and we're like, hey, this too many of these people got these foreign backgrounds, so this can't be a coincidence. This seems very intentional. So we started looking at everybody's background.
Wait, so do you? Let's. Some I'm a little young, right? I'm 18. Maybe I don't know much about them, but do you really think that these people run shit, or there's other people in the background pulling the shit?
But the thing is, they are being the black faces of white supremacy, and that's a problem. You understand what I'm saying? Because even if we
Okay.
get certain positions, foundational black Americans, we're going to do something for most of us. If we get in certain positions, we try to look out. We pull people in and try to help out as many of the masses as we can. That's part of the culture. Even if we have to do it on the low. For example, our great brother Booker T. Washington, he would play the game in the mainstream media for the white supremacists, and he would get money from them. But oh yes, oh we ain't trying to cause no trouble. Cast down your buckets where you are. We're not trying to impede on the white people. We just trying to work hard as black folks. He played that game, and the white people gave him millions of dollars. But behind the scenes, he was funding radical groups. He couldn't stand them damn white supremacists, so
Hmm.
he was looking out on the back end. Marion Barry is another one. He was looking out for the people of DC. He was a great mayor. He was on the pipe, but he was a great mayor nonetheless. Um,
Hmm.
a lot of us will bring folks in as foundational Black Americans. We'll look.
All right. So why don't you think that like a lot of why don't you think that FBAs don't get put in those type of positions like where Barack Obama is right now? Why is it that just only immigrants? Really?
Because they understand that these immigrants from different ethnicities, they're not going to be on code with us. So it's easy for them to neglect us without it messing with their conscience. That's what I'm saying. We instinctively, if we're from a lineage, we see other people from our lineage, we have somewhat of a camaraderie with them. So we will generally look out for people from our lineage. And they know this, but they also understand that a foreigner who really has no lineage connection with us, but they have the aesthetics of blackness, that's a perfect tool for the white supremacists. I'll give you an example like Candace Owens. A lot of white right wing think tanks like to use Candace Owens as their attack dog on black people. She says a
Yeah, I
lot
don't like.
she says a lot of things specifically denigrating about foundational Black Americans, but she identifies as Caribbean. She just did an interview recently saying that she has Caribbean bias and there's certain Caribbean women she won't talk bad about. The white people know this. They know that kind of mindset. And they understand us as foundational Black Americans. If we get in certain positions of power, we're going to open the door for a whole bunch of other people. That's just how we do. Just like in the Hollywood system, our good brother Eddie Murphy, foundational Black American, Eddie put a bunch of people on. Eddie to put a
So you,
bunch of people on. A lot of these foreigners, they ain't about to put on nobody. In fact, some of these foreign actors, they'll get money here and then say, well, we're going to open up a school for actors in Nigeria. We're going to open up a movie studio over here in this other country somewhere to help British and West African people. You know what I'm saying? So they know that they're going to have more of a camaraderie with their own people. Let me get Professor Allen in here. Professor Allen, hop in, sir.
Hey, what's going on, Tariq? What's going on, family? I just wanted to kind of hop on. You said Booker T. Washington, and man, I just had to back that up. That's
Mm,
true. Booker T. I want to tell y'all, Booker T. had got a meeting with the leader, with the rulership class of the United States, the Carnegies and the Rockefellers, and he told them in public venue, "Hey, I'm gonna build a school because the I'm paraphrasing our brother, but he was like, the Negro can't do nothing. I'm gonna make a school for janitors and for so we can work with our hands. We good at working with our hands. I'm gonna make school for maids and for carpenters. Give me money to make a school for the carpenters and the maids and the janitors." And they're like, "Oh, I like that boy. He's a good boy." They gave him millions of dollars, and Booker T made the greatest engineering school in the history of the United States called Tuskegee. Y'all need to check out Tuskegee. It's gorgeous. The United States military uses Tuskegee to create weapons projects. So, but he tricked them, and there's some speculation that that cost him his life.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, my man. Thank you for putting that in context. Yes, indeed. Yeah, he finessed him. Booker T. Because I was having a little debate with Jesse Lee Peterson one time, and he was like, "Well, how come y'all can't be like Booker T. Washington?" Booker T. was like, "Yeah, there's a lot of black folks out here who use race as a crutch." I said, "Man, Booker T. Washington was conning these white supremacists. He couldn't stand these people. He was hustling them out of money." Just like Professor Allen said, he's like, "Oh yeah, we're just gonna build a little old country school, and we're just gonna train the Negroes to pick cotton." Man, he brought down a super genius, George Washington Carver, who changed the game. You understand? Who created Chemergy, which was another form of biochemistry that changed science and agriculture. Book George Washington Carver's techniques really saved the agrarian South. They were messing up the soil by overproducing cotton in the South. White people, they'll just plant something. If something is working, they'll just keep planting it over and over. But if you just keep planting the same shit over and over, you mess up the soil. So, and I talked about this the other day. George Washington Carver said, "Hey, we need to put them peanuts and sweet potatoes and things like that in the soil to put that nitro to and nutrients in there and get the soil back." And that turned it around. So yeah, we had geniuses down there in Tuskegee, man. But go ahead, love.
So yeah, one more question before I leave. What do you think of an FBA reproducing with a black immigrant?
That happens all the time.
Should that be happening?
Yeah, people, if you listen, if a foundational Black American man meets a Haitian woman and y'all click, yeah, y'all do what you do. That's human nature. There's nothing wrong with getting with people from different ethnicities. Why would that be a problem?
So we shouldn't get these niggas out of here back to their country. Isn't that the
No, 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 no. We don't have a problem with Haitians or anybody. You got to look, I did a movie about the Haitian Revolution. I love the history of Haiti. They did some phenomenal things in the 17 and early 1800s. That was some bullshit they were doing. Yeah, the Sambo class ended up undermining everybody. That happened later, but just militarily, the way they put the smack down on the British and the French and the Spanish, that's very commendable. And I did a movie breaking that down. We don't have a problem with immigrants. We're cool with immigrants. The problem we have when y'all start sending the Cynthia Rivos and the Myron Gaines and all of these
um,
people over here, the Vivex, when y'all send them over here, that's a problem. That's a
yeah,
and
that guy's a problem.
you know what I'm saying? And another part of the problem is y'all don't be telling us about them. You understand? Y'all don't warn us about these niggas. Y'all don't be saying shit. And that's a problem. We'll tell you about our Sambos. When Jesse Lee Peterson walk in the room, we'll pull everybody to the side. Like, oh, okay, listen, let me explain who this nigga is. This is Jesse Lee Peterson. He's a Sambo. He's gonna say something stupid. So just ignore him. We'll let you know who the Sambos are. Hey, those women, that's Diamond and Silk. So hey, that dude over there with that's Larry Elder. He gonna say some stupid ass shit. So don't even trip. So we give people a heads up. We get on our Sambos. We get on them. Dude, we had a Sambo award. We had the Plantation Celebration Awards out here where we're giving trophies out to Sambos. So yeah, we take care of it. We let people know about the Sambo class. Y'all don't let us know about the Myron gangs. They just show up and just wreck shit. And y'all don't say nothing. Nobody warns us. Nobody gives us a heads up or nothing. So then we start dealing with these cats. Other people start catching strays, unfortunately. That's why y'all need to start saying something.
So you're saying that like we don't hold those type of people
No, y'all
accountable?
don't. Y'all don't be telling us nothing. And in fact, y'all start really getting on us for checking people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't say nothing to y'all Sambo class. Y'all don't say nothing. And
What if I
go ahead.
what if I tell you that most immigrants wouldn't agree with what they're saying? And to be fair, the reason why they got demonetized on YouTube was because of Abba and Preach, and those guys you would classify them as immigrants as well. One Haitian and the other one Ethiopian.
Okay.
I mean, we check them all the time, but to be honest, Myron Gaines, whatever the his name is, most of his followers are not black people or immigrants. They're just a bunch of white kids
No,
or white
no, no, there are some Sudanese and East African immigrants who follow him because they've called here. We've had them,
really.
yeah, they've called up here and they're like, yeah, we're from the Sudan, we're from Ethiopia, we're from Somalia. And then they start talking, and I'm like, wait a minute. They say some real off the wall stuff. And I'm like, are you a fan of Myron Gaines? Yeah, I love Myron Gaines. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Y'all sound just like this guy. So he's not an anomaly. There's a lot of people from where he's from who have the same anti-FBA mindset. He just says the loud part out that they're not supposed to say. And that's why nobody really checks him, because deep down there's a lot of people who are immigrants like him who agrees with him, and that's a problem. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
yeah. I mean,
All right, that's all.
thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Yeah, man. Y'all got to start checking these fools. Y'all don't check them, because when we get them, then all of a sudden, everybody's catching strays. That's what happens. People gonna catch some strays.
Hi, I'm Mateo. Do you want to learn about Hidden Heroes? Hidden Heroes from A to Z is a cool book that tells the stories of amazing black heroes you might not know about. You'll meet inventors, you'll meet explorers, and leaders who change the world. It's fun, inspiring, and you can learn so much. Get your copy now at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Let's discover our hidden heroes together.